Nelson Mandela was an amazing man who spent his life fighting for what's right. He was born in a small village in South Africa, where he saw firsthand how unfair the apartheid system was. Mandela's early life was shaped by his family's values and the stories of his ancestors. He was the first in his family to attend school, where he was given the name Nelson by a teacher. He later attended Fort Hare University, the only residential center of higher education for black people in South Africa at the time. It was here that Mandela began to develop his political ideas. Apartheid was a set of rules that separated people and treated them badly because of their skin color. Mandela knew this was wrong. He believed everyone is equal and deserves to be treated the same. After completing his studies, Mandela became a lawyer and joined a group called the African National Congress, or ANC. He was inspired by the ANC's mission to fight for the rights of black South Africans. This group fought against the apartheid government. He spoke out against the unfair laws and worked hard for the rights of his people. Mandela's bravery and determination inspired lots of people to join the fight for freedom. He became a symbol of hope for a better future, where everyone could live together equally. However, the government saw Mandela as a troublemaker. They arrested him and put him in jail for standing up for equality. Mandela spent 27 long years in prison, but he never gave up hope. He continued to inspire his fellow prisoners and people outside of prison. Mandela's commitment to justice, even when things were tough, shows how strong he was. He showed the world that fighting for what's right is always important, no matter what. Prison was hard for Mandela, but he never gave up. He faced harsh conditions and grueling labor. He knew his fight was bigger than himself. Mandela's resolve only grew stronger with each passing day. Even though he was locked up, Mandela's spirit couldn't be held back. He formed deep bonds with fellow inmates. He remained a powerful symbol of resistance against apartheid. His presence in prison was a constant reminder of the struggle for justice. While imprisoned on Robben Island, Mandela turned his cell into a classroom. He believed that knowledge was a powerful weapon against oppression. He taught other prisoners about history, government, and why education is so important. His lessons inspired hope and resilience among the inmates. He believed that learning could help people gain power and break down prejudice. Mandela's teachings fostered a sense of unity and purpose. Mandela's leadership reached beyond the prison walls. His messages of hope and strength touched people all over South Africa and the world. His messages of hope and strength touched people all over South Africa and the world. International campaigns and protests called for his release. People from all walks of life supported his cause, demanding his release and the end of apartheid. The global community rallied behind Mandela's vision. Countries around the world put pressure on the South African government to free Mandela and end segregation. Leaders from various nations spoke out against apartheid. Even during the toughest times, Nelson Mandela never gave up on his beliefs. His unwavering spirit inspired millions to continue the fight for equality. His strong faith in education and his ability to inspire hope, even from prison, made him a hero around the world. Mandela's resilience became a beacon of hope. Everyone watched and waited for the day Mandela would be free. The anticipation grew as the world united in support of his release. Through letters, Mandela shared his reflections and hopes with the outside world. His words carried the weight of his experiences and dreams for a better future. Visits from his family provided emotional support and strengthened his resolve. These moments of connection were precious and rare. Mandela's influence extended to his fellow inmates, fostering a sense of camaraderie and shared purpose. Together, they dreamed of a free and just South Africa. When Mandela was finally released, it marked the beginning of a new era. His journey from prisoner to president inspired the world and solidified his legacy as a leader of unparalleled courage and vision. Nelson Mandela's journey from prisoner to president is a testament to his extraordinary courage and capacity for forgiveness. After spending 27 years in prison, Mandela was released on February 11, 1990. His release marked the beginning of the end for apartheid in South Africa. Mandela played a crucial role in the negotiations to dismantle the apartheid regime. He worked tirelessly with then-President F.W. de Klerk to ensure a peaceful transition to majority rule. Mandela's ability to forgive his oppressors and work with them was pivotal in these negotiations. In 1994, Nelson Mandela was elected as the first black president of South Africa in the country's first fully representative democratic election. His leadership and vision for a united South Africa inspired millions. Mandela once said, "As I walked out the door toward the gate that would lead to my freedom, I knew if I didn't leave my bitterness and hatred behind, I'd still be in prison." Mandela's legacy is a powerful reminder that true leadership requires the courage to forgive and the strength to move forward. His life and work continue to inspire leaders around the world. Nelson Mandela's legacy extends far beyond his presidency. After stepping down, he continued to work tirelessly for peace and social justice. He established the Nelson Mandela Foundation, which focuses on promoting his vision of freedom and equality. Mandela's influence can be seen in the countless initiatives and movements inspired by his leadership. From education to healthcare, his impact is felt across the globe. His story continues to inspire new generations to fight for a better world. As we reflect on his life, we are reminded of the power of resilience, forgiveness, and unwavering commitment to justice. Nelson Mandela really cared about peace, and not just in South Africa. He wanted peace everywhere. After he was president, he traveled the world trying to help people stop fighting. He did some really important work in a place called Burundi. There was a terrible war there, and Mandela helped them make peace. He had this great saying, "If you want to make peace with your enemy, you have to work with your enemy. Then he becomes your partner." Mandela believed in forgiving people and working together. He was a great example for leaders everywhere. Mandela also helped people in Northern Ireland. They had been fighting for a long time, and Mandela showed them a better way. He talked to the leaders on both sides and helped them find a solution. Mandela said, "Reconciliation means working together to correct the legacy of past injustice." That really made people think about how to build peace. Even though Mandela isn't with us anymore, his work continues. He inspired lots of programs that help people make peace. He believed that talking and understanding each other is the best way to solve problems. And that's still how people try to make peace today. When we think about Mandela, we remember that peace is always possible. Even when things seem really bad, we can find a way if we never give up, forgive each other, and always try to do what's right. You know, we often see Nelson Mandela as this huge figure, this icon. But behind all that, he was a regular person too. He was a loving husband, dad, and grandpa. Family was super important to him, and even with his busy schedule, he always made time for them. His daughter, Zinzi, talked about how he'd tell them bedtime stories, usually ones from African folk tales. Those moments meant the world to him, connecting him to his roots and culture. Mandela also had a fun-loving side. He loved gardening and would spend hours taking care of his vegetables. He found peace in helping things grow, a simple thing that brought him so much joy. His grandson, Ndaba, remembers how he'd play soccer with the kids in the backyard, always with a twinkle in his eye and a big laugh. Mandela also really loved books. He was a big reader, always diving into books from all over the world. He believed that reading opened your mind and heart, helping you understand and care about other people. His friend and fellow activist, Ahmed Kathrada, remembered talking about books and big ideas with Mandela when they were in prison. Those talks kept their spirits up and their minds sharp. Mandela's personal life was full of love, laughter, and learning. He showed us that even the biggest leaders are just people with simple joys and strong relationships. His legacy isn't just about his political work, but also about the love and kindness he shared with everyone around him. When we think about Mandela's life, we remember that true greatness comes from balancing what you do for the world with how you treat the people you love. Nelson Mandela wasn't just a leader. He was a man who lived a life full of passion, hard work, and love. Nelson Mandela's impact wasn't just in South Africa. His fight for freedom and equality inspired people worldwide. From civil rights in the USA to anti-apartheid protests in Europe, Mandela's spirit gave hope to many. Even young activists like Malala Yousafzai find inspiration in his life. Mandela's focus on education and equality motivates her work. Across generations, Mandela's life continues to inspire. His legacy shows the power of one person's vision. Let's be inspired by his example and make the world better. Thanks for watching. Like, share, and subscribe for more stories. See you in the next video.